We are back. It has been a wonderful and amazing journey with you since day one, since you won, since I got to meet you here and we were in the rainstorm and we did your face, your neck, we just really did a full 2 days with you. And she's also the winner of my half off for full face and neck. I couldn't have hoped for a better person, a better outcome than what we got, and I'm so grateful. She's here after the 7 weeks healed, and I know everybody on TikTok's been like, when is part 2 coming? Here we are, and I'm just so happy that you're here, and I'm so happy to hear the feedback from people that haven't seen you for a long time that are like, you're one thing when you wake up in the morning, you can leave the house or go grocery shopping without makeup on, but another is when people that haven't seen you for a while come back and be like, what did you do? So I would love for you to share your experience with Fibroblast. Anyone that has never heard of it or doesn't know, what brought you here, they're just tuning in for the very, very first time. What was your experience? What brought you to Fibroblast, and how do you feel about it?
Well, Angel, I call her my angel because she in her perfected procedure, only her procedure, the results are real, people. There are no injections. This is the result of Rochelle's work. She has changed my life. I'm getting flushed with emotion. I was at a point where I was crying or feeling bad about myself because of the scars that I had suffered in a 2006 car accident. I've been dealing with that for a long time. On top of that was the normal aging. And you look for help. It's all temporary. Botox, fillers, this laser, that laser. I hadn't found one person who was satisfied with any of the procedures or products that they had used. I don't care what the 98% in 4 weeks say or anything like that. I have spoken to 1,000 people. While doing research on Instagram, I came across Rochelle. Her directness, her attention to detail, the fact that in one session, she does for a person what others take 3 sessions to do, and she has the data to back this up. Not only that, once I called you or texted, DM'd you, she called me. There is no just taking an appointment. She wanted to see my face. I knew then I was on the right path to finding a procedure that would give me the long-lasting results that I needed, because she wanted to give me concrete talking points on what to expect from my results. There were no it might do this, I will target this, we will target that, this will lift here, we will put your eyes back in symmetry. We will treat your scars. That is how I found her. The results are shocking. I just told her every day I look in the mirror expecting my face to be wrinkled again. It's not going back. This is 3 to 7 years after one session with her. One session on my face and one session on my chest. I can markedly see where she stopped her work on my body. Seriously, I was like,
I love her.
No, you're going to have to expand. Everyone in my community, men, husbands of my friends' wives are coming up and asking what did I have done. No, there's no facelift. There were no needles. There are no sutures. There are no scars.
And you were mentioning it before that, typically, even when my women clients come back and their husbands will, say, oh, you look better. But it's like she was saying, a lot of times guys don't notice. And her own friend was like, my husband doesn't notice anything.
Steve wanted to know what you had done. Steve doesn't notice anything. My own husband and everyone, if there's one word, it's glow. And
that's awesome.
Rochelle has given me back my glow. When I was a teenager, my sister-in-law said I had peaches and cream skin. And today, for a 56-year-old, I have peaches and cream skin. And it's only thanks to this hardworking woman who would not let me stop, would not dedication. She has a regime. She has protocol. She has everything laid out. Product. There are no guessing games. So you know it exactly. And if there is a question, she is never more than a text away, and she calls you. And she voices you. And she wants to see your face.
Well, it's so important because when I had Fibroblast done, I was new to it many years ago, and I didn't have anyone to talk to about it, the results, and I got scared, and I was by myself. And it's one of the things I promised myself, that if this is going to be a metamorphosis of my clients, that they're not going to be alone. I'm going to hold their hand through it so that they don't feel like I did when I was going through it. And and when I did it the first time, when I did my full face, they said, "Oh, you got to come back 3 times." And I just said, why would I want to go through all this healing 3 times? I mean, this was really hard, and the healing can be hard. So it's like, I would rather you just do it once, get it done right. And so that's what I really believe in, and know, I am the only person that does it like that, because I truly believe that this is a great option and I've been the first to tell you, like, I know you haven't done Botox or fillers, but I'm very honest about it. I've tried Botox, I've tried fillers, and the filler thing for me, especially under my eyes, it just didn't work. They had to take it out. Fibroblast was the only thing that fixed that skin under my eye. Well, people don't tell you that when you get a facelift, let's just say if you had and you didn't, but they cut the fat here, and then what's left is the saggy skin, and nothing addresses that. So they tell you after your facelift, come back for CO2 laser. Now, I'm not against any of those things, even though I don't do them. But the point is that I really believe that this is such a good, safe, quick, natural way to do it.
Regenerating of our own. That's the best part. We just healed ourselves.
Yes.
She injured us in a good way.
Yes.
And we healed ourselves.
Many thousands of little tiny injuries, and then they end up producing this amazing new skin. And I mean, I know I just had a birthday. I wanted myself to just get a little touch up. It's so amazing just to look from like a year ago and say, well, you know what? I think I do look better than I did a year ago. And that's just because, and I do it for people all the time. And even when I do it for the people, I am still the first person to say, listen, as quickly as I can help you heal. That's why I have all my protocols afterwards. Because I want you to heal as quick as possible. I don't want you to be out for 2 weeks. I want you to be in, out, healed, and back in your life again. And I mean,
And 9 days later, because of my scarring, we went extra time, extra deep, extra focused.
Yeah.
But in 9 days, I was able to go out into the world and do it.
For anybody that doesn't know Miss Kelly's story, is that you had a car crash.
Yeah.
And that was what year was that?
2006. So these weren't new scars she even got to work on. She had to work on old scars.
And that's important to say that, because a lot of people sometimes will say, hi, I would like to come see you. I just had a lip lift, or I had a nose job. And I'll say, if you just had a surgery, I have to wait until it's an actual older scar. I can't just treat that. And, and I always try to say, when people are like, hey, should I get lipo first? I'm like, do what you want to do for yourself. I never give that kind of, advice, but I always say, try something that's non-invasive.
Right. But the result, they're still here. And I feel like I'm healing more every day. I keep questioning every day in the mirror. Wow, look, this scar is flatter. This one is less noticeable.
I don't know if we can see this on the camera, but this is what we started. We started with, some really old scars. If you guys can see, this is the forehead, and this is her forehead now. And
raised.
You can really see there was a melasma right there that's completely gone. Peaches and cream skin is back. And this is what I love. The lips, there's no wrinkles.
No. And when I smiled, this would go up and have a sideways one there. It was awful.
It's
and
so
beside
pretty.
This,
it's so symmetrical now.
yes,
It's beautiful. I love it.
My right side of my lip was hanging down compared to the left side. And the same thing with my eye. You lifted the eye so that it is open as well. Now both of my eyes are open the same.
And it's beautiful. Even right here, if you hadn't known this before,
and if this was field of vision, you could not imagine this.
This was a scar that kind of pulled the nose to the left, And when we worked on it, it was probably the hardest one to work on. When I even said it, I said, we're going to treat your scars. I don't know how much of this we can accomplish, but I'm going to go at it with all my heart. And that's
Boy,
what I
did
did.
she.
And boy, did I.
Three angels.
You know, without them, I'm able to give now in a way that takes less time for you and puts in all that love that I won't sacrifice on you having that many dots, on you getting that kind of result. And they really make that possible for me. With these results, it's a game changer, because I think one of the things about Fibroblast is I just want to know how much can we do and how can we change it in a way that helps people more. I want to be able to do more with it that's non-surgical, that lets your body heal for itself, that doesn't involve a scalpel, it doesn't involve general anesthesia. And all of those things are fine, especially if you have the money for those things. But something that's alternative to that is so important.
The trauma from the wreck and the healing from the wreck prevented me from doing anything sooner. Once I had found my space where I was able to reach out to this also provides less trauma for a lot of people like myself who've been through a surgery or a healing where it is so traumatizing and it makes you relive the whole thing. This was not that. No. So that is a game changer.
Remember what we said? Our goal today is to just take off this trauma. I just want to take it off. Yep. That was our goal, and it was like,
and release
in
it
whatever way we can.
Yes, I love to wash my face now.
And go out in the public world without makeup on.
Let a person, not in my immediate family, not my dog, see me without makeup. You don't know the strides I've made, and thank you for not only for the physical support, but for the mental, because all three of you have helped me.
Well, thank you. And thank you so much for sharing your story. And, because I really hope that these results and these befores and afters can reach somebody to be like, you know what, I have tried these, or I've tried, these lasers and they didn't help me, but maybe this is the one thing it couldn't hurt to help. It couldn't hurt. And
please feel free to reach out to me if anyone would like to speak to me about this. Rochelle can refer you to me through Instagram, and I would explain to you my process and all the real. This is really my new skin.
It really is. And it's only going to keep getting better.
That's how I feel.
We have a game plan. This is what I'm talking about, which is like the new frontier of Fibroblast, of trying to move forward and see what is possible. I really love the freedom that you have now to be able to say, Rochelle, for the first time, I went grocery shopping and I walked my dog and I went to the yoga class without makeup, because I also know where that comes from. Like, I also used to suffer from that feeling of like, I can't leave the house without makeup on.
Absolutely not.
And it's such a freedom.
It is. It's so, and not that anyone else cared. This wasn't about what anyone else thought. Anyone, including my husband, who loves me dearly, scarred, maimed, bad skin. It's about what I felt. And now my confidence is restored, and my happiness in general, not I was always a happy person, but you can be happier.
She certainly was a happy person, okay? That's an understatement.
I will not let that stop me and get me down. But this has only given me more power. Get your power back. Get your power back.
I love that. Thank you so much for coming today.
You are truly my everything fairy.
Love you so much.